Alright guys and gals, let's check out the Death Domain Cleric, and sorry I'm like half naked, I just got done working out and I was like, oh, let's do videos. Yeah, I didn't realize what shirt I had on and I'm not gonna change because I'm lazy. Don't at me. Alright, up next we have the Cleric. Glowy, awesome, amazing. So, this is a Dungeon Master's Guide exclusive subclass in D&D. They're actually adding it to the game, and it's the Death Domain Cleric. My god. So off the rip with the Death Domain Cleric, you immediately get access to False Life, Ray of Sickness, and Toll the Dead cantrip for free. Huge spells that are always prepared. False Life is so nice to have. Gaining 7 temporary hit points is so good until you long rest or they go away or whatever, but it's always prepared. Then you get access to a feature called Reaper. Your necromantic cantrips that only target one creature can target an additional creature. Toll the Dead with Reaper? Oh, mwah, chef's kiss. I will absolutely have one of these in my campaign. And you also get proficiency with martial weapons, so you're attacking real good. You do the good. You'll attack real good, bud. I also believe they've added new cantrips in this patch. Bursting Sinew, I believe is an exclusive to the Death Domain Cleric, but if it's not, come at me in the comments. It might not be. Toll the Dead might be too. I'm probably wrong. Hey, this is Future Justin. I'm wrong. Don't at me, bro. But Bursting Sinew, this is brand new. Explode a corpse, causing it to impale those around it. Excuse me? As a cantrip? Where there's corpses everywhere! And you know, since we're a cleric of the Death Domain, we might as well worship Tiamat and, you know, she kills everything. Alright, we gotta target a good old Death Sinew and check that out. See what the heck this is all about. Up to 2 targets initially, which is huge, because of the Reaper feature. Oh, that is absolutely disgusting. In the best way possible. Oh, absolutely playing this 100%. Don't even have to look at the rest of the levels. This is an automatic play. Now, Toll the Dead automatically applying to 2 creatures is so overpowered. I don't care if they save or not. This is amazing. So, caveat to the Bursting Sinew, by the way, it cannot explode corpses that are too damaged. So if you use something like Toll the Dead or Fireball, it doesn't work. It can only be fresh corpses. The blast that killed this one killed it with spikes from Bursting Sinew, so it could definitely be used on them. Now, at level 2, health increase level 1 spell slots, Channel Divinity charge 1, which is standard for clerics. You get the Turn Undead Channel Divinity action, which also normal for clerics. Next, you get the channel feature that is for the Death Domain Cleric, Touch of Death. When you hit a creature with a melee attack, you can use your Channel Divinity to deal extra necrotic damage. I'm curious how much damage this is going to be. And our favorite test dummy will of course be Lae'zel. Oh my god. So +5 + 2 d12 necrotic damage. Now at level 3, your health increases, you get level 1 and level 2 spell slots unlocked. A bunch of spells you have access to, you can use, but the ones you're always prepared will be Blindness and Ray of Enfeeblement. I don't think they're the strongest spells. Blindness is super nice to have though as control spell, and Ray of Enfeebleness is kind of a deterrent for strong foes, specifically that use strength-based weapons, but I don't think you're going to use it near as often as other spells. So level 4, you get New Feat, Who This, health increase, level 2 spell slot unlocked, and a new cantrip. If you didn't pick up those Death Domain specific cantrips before that are new to this patch 8, highly recommended at this point. But if you have already, you can just pick up whatever you want. So at level 5, this is where the Death Domain Cleric just kicks it up. Health increase, level 3 spell slots unlocked, Destroy Undead as an option for your Channel Divinity. Instead of Turn Undead, it's now Destroy Undead. I do believe. And then you come down here to always prepared spells. Vampiric Touch, super nice. You can animate dead, so you can pretty much have a cleric built in with automatic necromancy. Oh, mwah, beautiful. I love undead servants. Now, level 6, health increased, another level 3 spell, extra channel divinity charge. And what's this? Another Death Domain feature? Inescapable destruction. Spells you cast ignore resistance to necrotic damage. Now, I'm curious if it also ignores complete immunity to the necrotic damage, or it turns that immunity to resistance instead, like it scales it down. Very curious about that. And because of Death Domain specific cantrips that you get, those are necrotic specifically. So they also went up at level 5 to 2 dice instead of 1 for their damage. Toll the Dead, for example, will do 2d8 or 2d12 depending on if a creature has any damage done to it. And then the other one, where the name is escaping me at the moment, does 2d10, I think. Alright, level 7, health increase, level 4 spells unlocked, and your automatic always prepared spells are Death Ward. Pretty nice to have. Not necessary, depending on the build, of course. But then Blight. Blight is huge, especially in Act 2. Very nice to have. And if things are resistant to necrotic damage, guess what? They no longer are. That's a lot of damage. At level 8, you get new feat picks. You get an health increase, level 4 spells unlocked, and now instead of Divine Strike Radiant, which is pretty standard for a lot of other clerics, you get Divine Strike Necrotic. Cause bitch, you ain't dirty, you Death Domain, you necrotic, necrosis murder. Once per turn, deal 1d8 additional necrotic damage in addition to your weapons. Whatever damages your weapons, then you make a melee attack. And guess what? That necrotic damage also ignores resistance. Huge feature early on at level 6. Thank you so much, Inescapable Destruction. At level 9, you get Cloud Kill, a wonderful spell. It is poison damage, not necrotic, unfortunately, but it's still a good spell. And you automatically get Contagion. Poison a target and possibly afflict them with a disease of your choice. At level 10, this is where it kind of unfortunately fizzles out for the Death Domain Cleric, because it kind of just becomes a normal cleric at this point. Health does increase, you get level 5 spells, which is nothing to sneeze at. Still amazing, Divine Intervention, awesome to ask for Tiamat's aid. Why would she do that? Why would she help you? Why would she, oh, you guys should get a new cantrip, here you go, here's a power level. Oh, here's a fucking weapon! Tiamat, you spoil me. This is your last chance, I believe, to grab those Death Domain specific cantrips. So I would recommend grabbing those if you haven't already. At level 11, your health increases, you get a level 6 spell slot unlocked, and then you learn a level 6 spell. A really great one if you don't have a druid in your group is going to be Hero's Feast. Everyone's going to be immune to poison, disease, and frightened, their HP increases, and they have wisdom saves with advantage. It lasts till a long rest, and a cool little thing comes out with food in it. Or, create undead, and, harm that ignores resistance for 14d6 damage. Highly recommended. Now, guys, I was a little wrong about harm. It reduces the overall hit points of the target by the dice. So you roll 14d6, those are reduced hit points, not damage. I'm a little stupid. And lastly, but not leastly, level 12, where it kind of just fizzled out completely. But let's be honest, if it's fizzling out level 12, that means you had a lot of fun on the way here. So level 12, you get the last of your feat picks, and a little bit bump to your health. Pick whatever feat pick you want here, and then from there, we'll have some fun. Now, would I recommend a Death Domain Cleric? Abso-freaking-lutely. Just for this right here. Sorry, not sorry, Lazel. Tiamat says, kneel. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please like, subscribe, share the video. I really love doing all this. It's so fun, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye.